Poobah.
What's your role right now with the USAPA?
I'm on the board and I'm in charge of the ambassador program. So
Wow!
You go straight to the top.
well, the reason fortunate enough to have 300 wonderful people like the ambassadors that you met who help out and volunteer and work with great players like you guys. And by the way, the only reason I'm happy to do that is related to Michigan's just gone nuts, as you probably know, with pickleball. And they said, well, my goodness, what's going on in Michigan? So because of all your activity that they have somebody like myself in Michigan.
They need somebody to give the credit to, is that what it is?
Yeah. So we have people from all over the state here today, and we're just really thrilled that you're all here. Jim and Yvonne play a number of sports, and pickleball is relatively new for you, right? So I think you don't need to hear from me. Let's hear from Jim and Yvonne.
Thanks a lot, Melissa. And first of all, this kind of a turnout kind of surprised us when we were asked to put on a little soft game clinic. We said, sure, we'll do it for the 4 or 5 people who might be interested in hearing what we have to say. And then this kind of turnout is pretty overwhelming, and we're thrilled that you're here. Our thanks to Bob and Melissa, though, for all their communication efforts of putting this together. I mean, they did all the work. We're not going to keep you in this small room very long. I know it's a little stuffy. We're in here simply because I want to make sure that you have a mental, visual picture of what we're going to be talking about, what we're going to be trying to emphasize in this soft game clinic. It was publicized as being the Arizona soft game, and I emailed some of you who I had email addresses, let you know that this is not exclusive to Arizona. I mean, anyone who plays the game and plays it well incorporates the soft game. It was just that in Arizona, when Yvonne and I went to the Nationals last year, that we were schooled on the Arizona soft game. That's why we call it, came back and called it the Arizona soft game.
Real quick studies.
So we came back from that, though, and said, you know what, we can, ground strokes, if you come from a background of tennis or some of these other racket sports, power and ground strokes, or, you fall in love with it, man. And when we first started playing this game, I mean, that's what we love to do. We just love to wail on the ball. But the higher level of players you play against, you're going to find that ball, oh, don't go away from me. I'll get back to where I was before. The higher level of players, I'll just let it run for a minute, are going to get those drives right back. And what you're going to see is that the soft game is a very important strategic part of the game. And it requires a lot of patience, and it requires a fair amount of practice, too, to get to the point where you're really comfortable and play it a lot. And we're sold on it now. I mean, I've had some real excellent results now incorporating the soft game. I'm sold on it 150%. I mean, I'm not going to play the game without that soft shot, because that's the only way I'm going to be competitive with some of these other players. And what we're going to do here today is we're going to get you out there. You're here to play. You're here to hit the ball, and we've got a number of little drills we're going to help you with, and we're going to try to make sure you get an ample opportunity to play a lot. What I wanted to do here initially, though, is show you, and here it is right here. This is footage taken from the Nationals last year. So see, these are the top players in the country who are at the Nationals and playing this game. And I'll just let this run a little bit. The goal is, in a soft game, is to get you and your partner up to the net, right? Because that's where the points are won. Most of the points are won when you get up to that kitchen line. And when you're serving, unlike many other racket sports, when you're serving, you're actually starting on defense. Because they already have one person up to the kitchen line, and as soon as they have the serve bounce and they return it, the other partner comes up. Now they have control of the net right now. So your goal is to get you and your team up there to the net where most of those points can be won. Now you have options when, okay, you serve the ball, they return it. Now, your options are a hard drive, which most of us have tried to do, which can have, I mean, there's still a place for that in the game. Don't get me wrong. I mean, a good low drive is an excellent shot, but it's a little higher or lower percentage shot. And often, as I said, they're already up there at the net and they volley that back. Another option is a good, well-placed lob. And that's not a bad shot either, but again, a little bit lower percentage. The better shot, as you'll see these top players do frequently, is that third shot. Okay, the serve is the first shot, The return is the second shot, and then the third shot is one that is just soft over the net into the kitchen area, and it affords you and your partner to both get up to the net, and then they start playing the dinking game. And that's where somebody runs out of patience, or they hit a bad shot, and they get it up in the air a little bit where the other team can put it away, or they make an error because they're not used. This is what happened to us at the Nationals. We got up there to the kitchen line, and the ball's just coming over. Okay, what am I going to do with it? I got to play their game now. So now I've got to just try to dump it over a little bit, and if I'm not practiced or skilled at it, then I make a mistake, either get it up too high, or they just reach over and slap it by me, or I put it in a net. So this is what we're simply going to try to do. I'm going to watch. There's a key. I want to show you some of this men's action, and I'll get to it real quick, and you'll see exactly what we mean, and then we'll get out there and start doing some drills. I'm going to get to around the 10-minute mark.
That's a fast game.
Which one's the dinks?
He's going to show us how to speed up.
That's going to be the July clinic.
Be faster.
And pharmaceutical you need to do that.
All right,
When you said quick, you meant quick.
now the players on this side right now, they won the men's open division. This is Mark Friedenberg and Pat Kane, two of the top players. What we're going to be emphasizing in the clinic as well is not only the technique of how to do it, but also positioning. You and your partner, movement together, and footwork. That's a critical part here. Serve, return, here's the third shot, just a soft one. All right, now they're coming in. Then it becomes a game at the net, either hard.
Yeah.
All right. This is a longer point. Watch these. All right. Serves first. Return. Here we go. Soft. Now we're in. Now it comes a patience game. Look at how they're moving one another around. Notice the movement now. All right. It's over there.
This is pickleball.
Oh, boy, you get it up and.
Got it up. So when we're talking about the soft game, this is exactly what we need.
This is patience. This is patience.
Look at
Nobody.
Look at how many times.
20 or 30 times.
The bounce looks like it's like at the kitchen line, kind of the.
It's right at the kitchen. What they're trying to do is get it right at your feet. You know, either just get it barely
Yeah,
over
right
or
behind the
right
kitchen.
down low at the feet.
Is there a lot of angling going on here? Or not so much? Yeah.
Now those are a little soft.
Oh yeah, they'll start.
Angling, she says there's a lot of angling.
Yeah.
Oh, that was an angle.
Now they're moving around.
See, we're looking for that opportunity to put one away.
Well, they
Look at
went
how they
back.
pushed that other team to the back there.
Yep.
Wow.
All right. Let's get out of here. And, let's see,